Jerusalem is without a doubt the heart of the Holy Land, and the heart of Jerusalem is without a doubt the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. It's the Church of the Resurrection, Anastasis, as the Christians of the East call it. Despite the difference in name, for centuries Christians from the East and the West have come to this place, as the faith that united them to this place is the same. We believe that Jesus Christ was crucified here 2,000 years ago to finally rise from the dead on the third day. But what historical reasons prove that? Is this church really the place of the crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus Christ? About that, we've spoken with someone closely connected to this church for a long time. Father Bernd Besch is a priest of the local Roman Catholic diocese called the Latin Patriarchate and canon of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. He has a clear answer to our questions.
Jesus was, with very high probability, crucified at this place on April 7th in the year 30, and a few days later he resurrected from the dead.
It's very busy here in Jerusalem's Old City. The souvenir shops around the church offer rosaries, crosses, incense, and candles for the faithful. The walls of the Old City frame the church on all sides. But do the Gospels not speak of the fact that Jesus was crucified outside the city walls? But here in the center of town, is the church not disqualified from this fact from the get-go?
Jesus
was crucified in the year 30 with high likelihood at this place. About 12 years later, in the year 42, the grandson of King Herod the Great, that was Herodes Agrippa I, began with a fortification of the city, to the north at first, then he built a wall around the whole area. So only after the year 42 this place, where Jesus was crucified, along with Golgotha and the rock, became part of the inner city.
The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is doubtlessly construction from the time of the Crusaders. Essentially, it was built in the 12th century. The oldest parts of this basilica reach much further back into the time of the Emperor Constantine. He was the first to build a monumental and grand church at this place. But back in the 4th century, the resurrection of Christ was already 300 years prior. How are they certain to have built it at the right place?
All places here in the Holy Land are connected to local traditions, very strong local traditions at times, which are passed on from father to son. Additionally, this place, which had been venerated by the people since the beginning, was supposed to be erased from memory by Emperor Hadrian in the year 132 till 135 AD during the Second Jewish War, when he reconstructed the whole city. When that happened, he constructed over Golgotha, in the place of burial, a temple of Venus, so that the Christians would forget their idolatry. But in this way you could exactly say where this holy place was to be found.
Those are strong arguments that underline the historicity of this place. But there's also proof in the church itself that the resurrection and the burial of Christ took place exactly here.
In
the year 80, the funeral slabs were removed, and it was realized that behind the Greek main altar here, there was another material in the rock, which was painted white. After it had been analyzed, it was found out that it was plaster from the time of the Romans. This plaster was removed, and a hole in the rock was discovered that was about 40 centimeters, 15 inches deep, and down below a stone wing was found, which was 4 inches, which had been digged to hold up the cross together with wooden wedges. All around there were inscriptions from the early Jewish Christian times, which is all proof that this is exactly the place where the crucifixion took place.
Among the visitors are Christians, non-Christians, Jews, and Muslims, and also tourists from all over the world who come to the Holy Land to visit the Church of the Holy Sepulchre as one of the world's great monuments, the place where Christianity was born. Thousands of people come here daily and pass through the doors of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The keys, even today, are preserved by a Muslim family. Since Christians of that time could not agree amongst themselves, the Sultan provided that solution.